Hi everyone, it's Thursday, March 7th. This is Talk to Me Tuesday, couple days late version. Um, Tuesday ended up being a crazy day. It was my birthday, yay! And you know, when you get old and you get forgetful, well, about a month ago, my friend asked me if I would help on voting day, which is the first Tuesday every March. And I said, sure. She had asked me in the fall, but I was working. And so I told her again, I was working, but I said I could come after work. And she's like, oh, that's perfect because the polls don't close till 7. So I said, yeah, I'll help you. So rewind to last week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just realized I said yes to working the polls on my birthday. So, and Catholic guilt set in. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll just do it. It's not a big deal. So my husband and I went out to a restaurant on Sunday night, which worked out great. We had a nice leisure dinner at a new Mexican restaurant we've discovered and have decided it's now our favorite restaurant. The food was awesome. Um, Look what I did last weekend. I was so excited to get the jelly roll from Jennifer with all our strips from our exchange, and I just went right to work cutting, prepping, and I finished this. Paul went camping Friday and Saturday, and I'm like, I am just gonna sew. That's what I want to do. Nobody's in the house. I'm gonna do what I want. So I got all the spools done. I've got the sashing up. All I have to do is sew the sashing in between now. And I love it. I really love it. I put it on Facebook. I don't know if you can see all of it's got another 2 rows. And I had a friend that's like, oh, can I buy that? I'm like, no, I love this quilt so much. I've got a couple strips left. I did pull out the Harry Potter related ones because I want to keep that with my Harry Potter stuff, and I'll probably use that later. And I still had a couple other strips left, and I'm going to use those for the binding. I think there were some Tula Pinks that I pulled out too, now that I say that. I put those aside with my Tula Pink stuff because I'll use that for another project. I'll use the extras for the binding though, and I don't know what I have for a backing. I haven't looked in my little drawer to see what I have for backings, but I just love this thing. I love it. I love it. What else did I do? I did a couple more of the blocks for the Jane Stickle quilt. And then on Monday, I ran up to Rutland, which is about an hour away, because I had heard our Hobby Lobby was closing, and I just wanted to see if there were any bargains. I admit it, I'm a bargain shopper. And I was thoroughly disappointed when I got there because I soon realized that I think they're just going to ship out their inventory to other stores. But I did find a couple things which were fun. I picked up some labels, quilt labels, and there's 16 of them for 62 cents. I thought that was good. I just got to use them. And then some Quilt As You Go quilt mugs. And they were originally $12, and I got them for $2.99. At first I thought it was placemats. I'm like, oh, I'll make my mom a placemat for Christmas. And then I realized when I got home that it's 7 coffee mug mats, which is fine. You know, I actually picked up 2 of them, and I thought, oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I can make some Christmas presents or something with those. And then, oh, I did like this thing. This is to hold your jelly roll strips. And I think it was originally like $13 or $14, and it was marked down to $3. I thought, ooh, for $3, I love it, because usually I could put like loose strips in here, and I have some K-Facet strips in here, and I've been cutting as I go. I think I told you I was trying to cut up my fabrics and use them, so that's what I've got in here. They're ready to go. So I thought that was a good find. And then last week, I I was online. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I got something from AQS or one of the big quilt shows, and they were giving, oh no, through the Modern Quilt Guild, they had some sale codes because I think they just had this big show. And one of them was for pineapple fabrics, which I've seen before at the Vermont Quilt Show up in Essex. A couple years ago, Pineapple Fabrics was there, and they had a lot of really neat things and really good prices. And I had purchased, actually right behind me, the Outlander panel for like $6, which is a really good price. So I went back on there to see what they had in either Kaffe or Tula, and I think I ended up getting Tula. Look at this, they wrap it in this nice little thing. I haven't even opened it. I was saving it for my birthday, and then I was too tired to open it when it did come on my birthday. So silly of me. And I think one of them I'm going to be, oh yeah, love it, love it. I got some more of this because, don't get whiplash, but I'm going to swing you around. Remember my Eye of the Tiger quilt? I did it with cathedral windows. I only had fat quarters. So this is good. I can finish. I was going to use this for sashing. I love it. The tigers. That's a Tula pink. Yay. I think that was like $5.99 a yard, and then I had 15% off after. Love it. And oh, this is also Tula pink. I love this one too. I just love the details she puts in hers. And then I got one of her colorway ones too. These were all like on clearance for $5.99. Pineapple fabrics. And I did go ahead. My obsession's becoming a little crazy. Ooh, I like this. This was on clearance too. And I thought maybe I could cut it up because I'm working on an Outlander paper piece thing, but this might look nice on the back. Use that as a backing. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so that was on clearance because I know I've seen that on other websites for at least $15 a panel. Oh, how exciting. Yeah, it's crazy. And other than that, birthday was very quiet because, like I said, I was tired. I've worked a lot this week. I had 2 meetings yesterday, one right after the other. One of the meetings I went to, I guess I'm now on a library board of the elementary school where my kids went to, and they're having a library night next week, and their theme this year was fantasy, and they're having someone come dressed as Dumbledore. And so I said to them at the last board meeting, I said, I have 2 Harry Potter quilts if you'd like to display them. So I took my Project of Doom quilt and the 5.5-inch square one, the castle one that I had done, and took those to the meeting yesterday and showed the ladies, and they were ecstatic, and they're going to use those to decorate in the library. The library is, it's kind of an odd thing. We don't have a town library because we're so small. So it's essentially a town library for the children inside the elementary school. So it's very complicated. I didn't even know. I always thought it was just a school library, but no, it has an official name and there's an endowment for it. So they're very excited, and when they saw those, they're like, oh, you know, maybe we can think of something in the future for you to do. So, and I'm gonna have to talk to Jennifer about that. So today's my Friday, and so tomorrow there's this big fabric extravaganza thing going on in New Hampshire. I'm gonna head over there with a friend. There are 8 shops that do this once a year, and they rent out the hotel banquet room and mark down all their fabrics. And I've never been able to go, so I can't wait to see what there is, but I hear there are bargains galore. And so I'm going to do that on Friday. My kids are both coming home tomorrow at some point. They're on spring break, so I'm not sure how much sewing's going to get done. I'm so excited because it's been really quiet. But I'm hoping to get something done. I'm sure I will. Happy crafting. I'll see you next week. And hola. Goodbye.